Pleased as always to EA Sports. Tonight, it's the Sunday night between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams.
The kickoff for Dallas.
It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the first NFL carry for the Rams. Todd Gurley replacement Cam Akers. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense could feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Off play action to Akers. Here's Goff. Open man, Higbee to tight end. Past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
Up until the last 5 weeks of the 2019 season, if you had said, who is Tyler Higbee, you might have got some blank stares back, but down the stretch, only Julio Jones and Michael Thomas had more targets in the final month of the 2019 season. A breakout year for Tyler Higbee. He expects to continue those type 2 numbers and beyond going forward.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Trayvon Diggs on the tackle.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's happening more often, and it's not surprising. People are seeking out weaknesses, trying new things.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
3rd and long. It's Goff. Airing it out deep for Woods. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And it returns out just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. On the ground, it's Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Xavier Woods on the tackle.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And he fires one, it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
1st down, Cowboys.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He was brought down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out in the early lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Makes the score Cowboys 7, Rams nothing. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try to get things settled down a little bit.
And 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Goff now to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Cowboys 7, Rams nothing.
looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun. Gone. They'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0.
There he goes. Amari Cooper. 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Come on, Amari Cooper. 77 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. They'll run here with Akers. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, Goff going up top for Kupp. And that's going to be incomplete. And good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So, as mentioned, Charles, you know, the regular season debut of this really beautiful new stadium in Inglewood, going to be housing the Rams and the Chargers who play next week. But you know, what do you think? What's your first impression of it?
Oh, it's awfully favorable, Brandon, when you think about what's gone into putting this stadium together, the thought process, putting together two teams, the Rams and the Chargers, and what they would like to see in the stadium, and making sure it all comes together. Plus, the way that they've done things with how they're lighting this place so that it feels like an outdoor stadium, even though it's an indoor feel. You've got to give these people a ton of credit for putting this all together. A great place to house these two teams. The Rams getting their shot here against the Cowboys.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good.
Ezekiel Elliott, 97 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff will get this to Akers out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Now Goff. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Greg Zuerlein lining up for the point after.
That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose. You have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On 2nd and 10, gone. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Randy Gregory able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Take it right around the 44. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the counter, Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Back at the 40-yard line.
Prescott from the gun. On a crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys continue to pour it on.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying. I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On 1st down, Goff. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
At their 49-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Goff. We got a man over the middle. It's Woods. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third. To the air again. Goff. Man open. It's Kupp. He's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. From the red zone now. Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Is good.
Well, that's a critical touchdown. I don't want to be too hyperbolic or whatever, but they needed some points on the board before halftime.
They certainly did, and, you know, it's not going to erase everything that happened in the first half. Look, they got outplayed. There's no question about that. But now it gives them a chance to regroup, feel a little bit better about themselves. And how many games have we done where we've seen everything flip when another half begins? And by the way, did you say hyperbolic?
I did. Thank you.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return, the Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
No gain.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Goff. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now. On the last pass play, they did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Hold on. Check. 17.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Being chased out left. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jalen Smith. And they're to drop him for a loss on the play. 3rd and 1, they opt to pass it, and the one thing happened that could not happen. They took a sack.
Yeah, I just wonder, is that an indictment of their offensive line? Did they think that they couldn't move them enough to pick up a first down there? Or was it analytics? Did they think about it that way? In any event, they'll be studying that in the future.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Our quarterback matchup here is certainly one that bears watching. Dak Prescott and Jared Goff. They finished 2nd and 3rd in the NFL in passing yards a year ago behind Jameis Winston. Prescott at 4,902 and then Goff at 4,638. Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. First down, Prescott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Cowboys.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He'll go underneath here earlier. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. Then the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Cowboys 42. Rams 14.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
at the 30-yard line.
Here's Goff. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Gone. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. In their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They are going for it. Goff. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. So maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
We'll see if it's that easy here. Back now here on EA Sports.
49.
And this This is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Again, it's Elliott. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
He's across midfield.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. Look at the big man rumble. And they're going to score on the third return. Touchdown, Elliott. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
On second and 12, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On third down, it's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
10 yards on.
Would have meant that there was an incompletion, they would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 38. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Flush to his right. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. He can only get a yard after all that. It's second down. From the gun, here's Goff. And that's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing on third, Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Wood, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Again, Goff. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Back to the air. Goff on second down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Aldon Smith, the former number 7 pick, gets the sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. I give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 42-yard line. Tonight,
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cowboys, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for L.A., they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.